Alright, good morning YouTube. If you guys aren't in the Telegram, go ahead and join. The link's in the video description. That's where I post the trades live, and I also notify you guys when I go live. So we are up and running though. We are up and running. What's up, Josh? How you doing, my brother? Right now, candles are trailing downwards, so we're just waiting for one to flip upwards, and then we will create our first low. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm doing good. Yeah, got a good night's sleep last night. That's always good. It always helps. Definitely always helps. Where you guys at with your accounts and whatnot? I'll be honest, we're going up now on this one. We're up 2.3%, but it's just like a slow grind upwards when you're scalping, right? Because we're not getting 2% a day right now. We're getting like 0.75% a day right now. Which is all good. That's why trading a cash account for me helps too, because it's like I'm not gonna sit here and trade for 3 weeks and not make a dollar off of all these winning trades. So it helps to trade a cash account alongside it. That's like a little strategy I learned when I'm trading a challenge account. But yeah, it's taken a while, but I know time's gonna go by either way, and then one day it's gonna be like, oh, we're funded now. No, I haven't tried the Match Trader app on my phone. I think my dad's used it maybe, but I haven't tried it. Do you like it? I've never used it, not once. Yeah, Josh, sleep is definitely underrated. I don't think there's anything more impactful to our day than sleep. I don't think even if you eat healthy, I don't think it matters as much if you don't get enough sleep for real. Breakdown GJ. Uh, Wait, direction was right. I was liquidity, but yeah, Josh, that's why you gotta have. What's rule number one, Josh? If you don't have a stop loss, they can't take it. No, I'm playing. Um. Oh, okay. It just doesn't load sometimes. Yeah, I can't. I can imagine. I can imagine it's not gonna be the best on the phone, but I'm using it on Chrome on my PC, and I haven't had any problems with it. So I don't know. Maybe change the browser. I don't know if that'd help. I'll tell you guys something I learned recently too, and this is actually gonna be super impactful. Whether you believe it or not, it's 100% true. And it's actually if you start to look at things from this perspective, I just learned this maybe this week. I was reading the Bible, I was reading the Old Testament, and it in the beginning in Genesis, it talks about how like the days were created, how creation was created, and it says then there was like the first day, evening, and then morning. And then there was, whatever was created on the second day, and then the second day was evening and morning. And then it says the same thing about the third and fourth and fifth day. Basically, the order of the day and how it works spiritually is that it's the same thing as a trading day. So I know you guys are going to get this. You know how like at the day, like today's trading day ends at 5 p.m. and the next trading day starts at 5 p.m. Like if you look at like, or I don't know where you guys are at, but Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Whatever that is for you guys know when the trading day rolls over, right? Well, it's a perfect example here in the United States where I'm at, because 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is like when one day ends and the next day begins. That's kind of the same, like the exact same on how it works spiritually. And I'm making this point for a reason, and like it's not just like random information. Oh, the day starts at night and ends in the evening. Like the reason it's important to know this is because the Bible tells us to seek God early. Now everyone always says seek Him early in the morning, The Bible says seek God early in the morning. The Bible never says seek God early in the morning. Jesus went and prayed in the morning. That's, about the most they can twist that scripture into. But what it was saying is to seek God early that he may be found. So when you seek God early in the Bible, it's talking about right before bed, because right before bed is technically the beginning of the day, right? Like around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whenever the evening is for you, whenever your evening is right before you go to bed, that's about when the day actually starts. And so the reason it tells us this is because to seek him right before you go to bed is to fill your mind with him, with his word, with prayer. Then right before you go to bed, then that's when he shall be found, because when we sleep, whether we're conscious of it or not, we come out of our bodies every night. Now this is we're jumping into this a little too quick for being only on stream 7 minutes. But when we leave when we dream, when we experience those other realms, we're actually outside of our body, and sometimes it's blurry just because we're not fully conscious. Sometimes though, you do end up conscious, and sometimes you have lucid dreams, which is just basically you were aware that you were dreaming. You were aware that your soul had left your body and was in another place. But the whole story, coming back full circle, the reason it it's teaching us a principle that whatever you do right before you go to bed is how you start your day, and is the most important thing that you do. And it's going to impact your sleep, where you go in your sleep, and then when you wake up the next day. That's why people feel like, oh man, I just got hit by a truck. I don't know why. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. It's because what you did right before you went to bed affected where you went when you went to sleep, and then when you went to sleep, you got attacked or whatever it might be, and you just got thrown off course, and now your whole life's upside down. Just because of one night of sleep, because you thought starting the day was in the morning, but really starting the day was right before you went to bed. So that's that's all I'm gonna say on that. Um, Amila, none taken. I don't believe based on anyone else's opinion or anything like that. I believe on firsthand experience, and I also encourage you, if you really are interested in knowing if there's a God, I'm not gonna convince you. You can go ahead and ask him himself. If Jesus is real and you call on his name, he should be able to answer you. So I'm not gonna convince you. No offense taken, brother. It's all good. Anthony, what's up, my brother? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. We're on a little streak right now, a little trade winning streak. But I hope that changes some of your guys' perspective, because it's been helping me. Because once we realize how important it is what we do right before we go to sleep, it impacts our entire life. That's the beginning of our day. But yeah, so we're on what are we on right now? We're on a 6 trade winning streak. I said when we started scalping like this, we're going on a 100 trade winning streak. It's gonna happen. You guys remember yesterday? This is where I said price was likely targeting to. It was, or no, this wasn't it. It was this high right here, because that was yesterday's candle. It was this high of this candle right here that we were looking at sweeping, and this is around where price was yesterday when we were looking at the market. It ended up pushing higher and even higher now. So we've got now that we've pushed through all these, I've just kind of drew on here. This is yesterday's high we've taken, and now we've kind of taken these extreme highs over here and just pushing higher. Now price could either continue higher or it could fall back today. So based on what we're seeing on the candle ranges, price is just breaking higher. The momentum is 100% on the buy side, but at the same time, you guys see price has clearly tapped up into some supply over here, and it could. So the reason I'm pointing this out is because today could be buys or sells. It could be buys or sells, especially when we're just scalping and getting a short move. Whatever the setup gives us today is that's what we're gonna play off of. What's up, Lucas? What's up, my brother? Um, But yeah, so we're still kind of waiting on. So price has just been dropping right before our trading hours and been flowing to the downside. We're kind of just waiting for it to bottom out right now. That way we can establish a low. We haven't done that yet. The 5 minute candles are a little bit slower, so it's going to give us time to just kind of chat and cut up while the we wait for price to bottom out. Because what I'm trying to do, and I'll say it again, is I'm waiting for swing points to be established within the New York kill zone. So everything that happened to the left, I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to look at it. This is technically all we have to work with right here. This is all I'm looking at right now. Of course, we've got the daily on here just to understand where the higher time frame perspective is because there's going to be some days where it's like, okay, we do not want to get in the way of what price is doing right now. Price is clearly going to distribute higher, right? And then like on those days, it's like, okay, let's just wait for only buy setups. So we always want to keep an eye on the daily candles. But like I said today, the daily candles could either be buys or sells. Price is pumping higher, but at the same time it's gone high enough to fall back, and that's what we're seeing right now. Now, could it keep falling back lower and lower, or could it reverse and go higher? It could do either. We're just gonna wait and see which way price starts breaking once we actually start to swing within our zone here. But yeah, I got on a little bit earlier. I wanted to chat with you guys and just hang out. But yeah, I mean, usually in the mornings between 8:30 and 9, that's kind of what we're going to be waiting on, just price to develop and to play out some, is what we're going to be doing for the most part. But while we're doing that, you guys can see, look at yesterday's trade. It just ended up pushing much higher. It ended up pushing a total of like 23 pips, and then kept going higher. I mean, we had a wide stop. How much did it go since our entry? It's gone 77 pips since our entry. That's stuff that you can't like look at and let bother you, because then like the exact opposite's the case. Like with a trade like this one right here, you know, it would have went a little bit higher and then would have turned and stopped you out. So it's like, I mean, this one went higher, this one went much lower, this one went lower. Like ideally, like one day, the goal would be to like have one account where I scalp on, and then another account where it's like, instead of take profit, lock in your loss or whatever, or your stop loss at break even, and try to let it run. We just have to get more established with our trading before we try to run different like scenarios and systems like that through multiple accounts. And I really think this is going to be the method we use to get us there. Because we're not just scalping and like taking a lot of small wins, and like that's like it. Like there's thought put into it, right? And like the idea is like we want as much momentum and confidence as possible to just keep going, right? Because we can trade a good system, but if we don't have the bandwidth to just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going, the system's never going to have long enough to play out, and we're never going to have long enough to actually get real results and make real money. So that's one thing that scalping's going to do to help us, is because we're going to be constantly winning. And so in constantly winning trades, it does give you, whether people want to say it or not, like emotions are important in trading. Now, people think you just need to destroy them and get rid of them. It's like, that's not possible. I've spent a long time doing it. You just need to learn how to sit with them is all. But I'll tell you what, you can also use your emotions and put them into your strategy and say, hey, I feel this way when this happens, or it's easier for me to keep trading when I'm collecting wins more often. I need a higher win rate for me emotionally to continue. You start taking stuff like that and putting it into your strategy because it's going to fit you best. Now, some people don't need to win all the time. They would rather have high risk to reward, wait for, like really, really obvious good setups in a distribution phase in which they can capture, a big move. And in between though, they're comfortable taking tons of little losses. That suits their personality best. For me, if I just take 8 little losses in a row and then take a big win, for me it doesn't work because it's like, okay, well, I'm still negative. I still need to, catch another big win before I'm even out of this drawdown. I would rather do the flip and catch tons of small wins and then occasionally take, a larger loss, pay my rent, my overhead to the markets, pay for the inventory of the business, and then just continue to collect. But collecting on a daily basis helps you keep going big time. Big time. And the longer you're in the markets, the more dangerous your trade can be. So I've liked what we've been doing the past week and a half or so, and I think it's gonna get us to our next payout and into the next level in our journey for sure. We'll see if price bottoms out here though. Then we'll be able to start connecting the dots essentially. That's what we're doing, connecting the dots. At 9 p.m., President Trump speaks, but that could, affect the markets like 5 minutes after, or an hour after, or half hour after. So, needless to say, the markets around 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. or I don't know why I'm saying p.m. a.m. around 9 a.m. this morning here in 13 minutes are going to start probably picking up a good amount. They're already moving decent. It's not like this is a 30 pip move and this is only the 5 minute chart. The daily range has moved, what's it moved? It's moved over 80 pips already, probably like about 90 if we really measured it. So, I mean, our 5 pip move is going to be quick today, especially when it's going to pick up even more so with him talking. What's up, brother? Yeah, no, we're just kind of trading funded account and a cash account right now. That was a long time ago, that journey. But we did pretty good towards the end of December. Crushed it. And then January, it was just the markets kind of shifted in the new year and we didn't shift with them. And I don't know. Hey, I should have just sat that 1 week out. That's my fault for just trading New Year's week. But we traded Christmas week and it worked great. We won every single trade on Christmas week. But I don't know. It's we had to take a little bit of time off. We've been back live streaming more recently and then trading again the last 2 weeks, and we switched to like some scalping. We were doing some day trading, but for the most part we've been scalping. It's going good now. We have a negative risk to reward, and it's like some people have been uneasy with it, but it's like if it works and we're making money, it's like, okay, well, it's not that big of a deal then. Like we're trading like a -4 risk to reward. And now you tell anyone that, they're like, "Oh, like that's ridiculous. You're being stupid." It's like, but on the other side of it, they're trying to hit 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 positive risk to reward, and they're not making money, right? And if you tell someone, okay, trade a 1 to 4 risk to reward and take one trade Monday through Friday and be profitable, they'll say, okay, like I'll try. And you'll see almost every single week they're not going to make money. And then now it's like you do the exact opposite, you're making money. It's just tons of small wins, and then every now and then you just pay the overhead with a bigger loss, and then you just keep on going. But negative, it's all a numbers game, and people are so against the negative risk to reward. But I'll tell you what, out of everyone I've seen trading in the last 4 years, the people I've seen really making money have either been trading 1 to 1 or negative. I have not seen someone trading positive risk to reward that's been consistent, like that I've followed personally. But I can name people. I can name a whole list of people that have been trading and making tons of money. There's this one woman who trades a three risk to reward. So she makes $1 for every three she risks. She has only had one down month in the last like 5 years. Only one down month, which is insane if you guys know like the track record and stuff in trading and like how that works. All right, so we bottomed out right here. We're gonna start connecting the dots. Um, oh yeah, yeah, I'll show you him. It's he's a cool guy. Honestly, you guys should even hop on his stream sometime and check him out. He's much bigger than I am. His name's Wix9. I'm gonna pull him over really quick. His name's Wix9, and all he does on YouTube is live streams. He live streams gold, Forex futures. The guy's got he has a ton of people watching his streams, like a few thousand, and he only trades negative risk reward. He'll get in on gold and he'll just drop like his trade. He has a very specific entry model. I think he's got a few of them, and then he enters the market and puts like 100 pip stop loss, and then he just doesn't even target like 5 pips or anything. He kind of feels it out. It's a little bit more discretionary. He'll let it push. If it goes against him, he'll layer in some. But I don't think the guy's lost a trade this year yet. And then looking at my back test, like with scalping like this, hasn't lost a trade this year. Now trying it in a live market, we're on a 6 trade win streak. Like negative risk reward works, and it works if you think about it, because like you're doing the exact opposite of what you've been trying to do, right? We're all trying to hit high risk to reward. We're all trying to make more than we lose, but in the process, our accounts get chipped away at. So if you like reverse engineer it, you can chip away at your account, but on the other direction, you can chip away at the upside and continually add little bits of profit. And it would be like the same exact process that we undergo when we lose money would be the same exact process now we're using to make money. But a lot of people don't like it because they think there's a ton of risk. But it's like, it's too risky to keep putting these small stop losses on trades and keep getting taken, but being right on the direction every single time. You know what it's like to be right 5 days in a row, but to lose money on every single trade, but price always goes to TP, but after it hits stop. Like that's the type of stuff though that makes you want to quit trading. For real. I'm just talking from personal experience. That's the type of stuff that makes me like, man, I'm never gonna get this. I get the direction right every single time. Price always goes to TP, but I always get stopped out, right? And then you're like, what am I doing? What am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? And that's just the nature of the game. That's just the nature of the game. The market's just moving away where you're more likely to get chopped up than not. So it's like if you could put your take profit in the places where price is going to chop up, it could work. And I think I don't know if it was Josh, um, or who mentioned it, but basically someone said, I think it was Josh, um, they said like negative risk reward is a great strategy for prop firms, because now it's like, okay, if you do happen to catch those losses or two in a row or whatever, something that might hurt a cash account, you don't even have to worry about that hurting the cash account now, because now it's like, okay, let's say you go on a win streak too. Now you just got funded, you got to pay out before those losses even came. And you secured the profits. Let me read chat. What was her name? Her name was Kathy Lane. I don't know if she's got a YouTube or anything like that. She was like, she's a real trader. She really is. But she trades like, she considers fundamentals a lot too. So with negative risk to reward, she kind of like, no, she was like all over the news and stuff. Like she's like a little bit older, and does a lot of fundamentals. So she like knows, okay, price like with the way the world's going is going this direction, and so that's why negative risk to reward helps her, because she's like, okay, with the economy over there in Europe and the US, it's like she knows price is going to drop tonight in Tokyo or something. So she just like knows she can get 10 pips, but she just gives it like a ton of breathing room, like 30 pip stop to get it. That's how she was trading when I was watching her a little bit ago. The funded account I'm with right now is E8. I'm with E8. Have you guys ever traded futures? A lot of prop firms are switching to the futures space. I'm just curious if you guys ever did futures funded accounts or traded futures at all, and your thoughts on it if you have. Price is just swinging higher, so we're not really getting any clear um, points of interest to work off of yet. We just got this low down here, so we will see how things play out. It's about to be 9 o'clock though, in 2 minutes here, when he's supposed to start talking. So we could just see price starting to go crazy here soon. I don't know. Nothing. I don't think anything's gonna happen exactly at 9. Yeah, yeah, Josh. I heard too they've got like no spread at all on futures. I think there's commission still for sure. Otherwise, there'd be no reason anyone would trade CFDs anymore, or even just whatever this is. I don't know. You're saying NQ and ICT works 75% of the time on like on NQ. You say you trade NQ futures. Yeah, that's one thing I realized because like I got big into ICT concepts for a while, but I've been trying to trade them on Forex, and like they work for sure. But I always had like a feeling I was like I bet it would work so much better on NQ. Um, so that's interesting you say that. Do you trade any certain particular ICT concepts on NQ that you like fair value gaps, or what are you trading in particular? Like what model? Are you trading like turtle soup, or like what liquidity are you looking for to be grabbed? Because like when I trade like some ICT on like Forex, like I've been liking the previous candle range and candle range theory. I like that a lot. I try to pay attention for like the power of three, in which that looks different like every single time sometimes, but the inverted fair value gap, okay, that's what's up. That works sometimes too on Forex. The problem is though it fails a lot too. It fails a lot. 4 hour liquidity sweep, and okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that's a good model. That's a good model. I don't care what anyone says. What's so 4 hour liquidity sweep and then inverted fair value gap on what time frame though? Is it like a 15-minute inverted, or like a 5 minute inverted fair value gap? Oh, a 3 minute. I haven't used that time frame much at all. I know a lot of people like it though. That's interesting. I know ICT uses it too. That's interesting. You know what, guys? I'm not gonna do it, but it would be interesting to see like how our strategy does on the 3 minute too. So like this was yesterday's breakdown, but like I can imagine, let's see, word price. Let's see if what type of entry we would have got on the 3 minute. Yeah, this probably looks sloppy to you guys, but let me just see something. Oh, okay. We would have got an entry right about here on the 3 minute had we done that. So our entry would have been a little bit earlier on the 3 minute than the 5 minute. We're not trading that, but I think it's something to keep in mind that that's an idea because we crushed it in December trading this system or like this type of model on the 1 minute with 15-minute liquidity sweeps, and now we're on the 5 minute. The 3 minute might be the sweet spot, but the 5 minutes hasn't given us any reason to switch from it right now, so we're gonna stick with it. But I hadn't even considered using the 3 minute for this model. I mean, it worked yesterday on that example, but I've got data on the 5 minute, so I'm just gonna keep trading the 5 minute. The only problem with the 5 minute is it's so slow. Or at least it's slow when it comes to developing these price points. But who cares how long it takes if it works, right? Plus we only got a 2 hour trading window. Oh, chill. Yeah, we'll be on the 3 minute the next day. 5 minute has higher conviction though. Yeah, I could see that. I feel like that's just how it seems to work. The higher the time frame, the better. I just see. Let me see. I'll show you. Unless let me refresh Forex Factory. This is what I'm seeing. Maybe go to your filter and see if you have like one of the speeches turned off or something. The event types. I've got them all turned on. Yeah, that's the thing too. So that's another reason switching to scalping I think is gonna help me, is because you're going to have a high win rate, and if you could start off on a winning streak like this, it's gonna help you keep going. Sometimes, like I've had good systems in the past, but like I happen to just start out on a negative week, and that it makes it hard to keep going. You're like, man, I just back tested 2 years and then we just lost for 4 trades in a row. You know what I mean? Like you just blown a prop account on your first week. It's hard to keep going. So that's the thing too. This is like I'm just really starting to realize like what it takes for me to keep going and for me to just you really want momentum. You just want momentum to be able to keep showing up and doing the same thing. So like my perspective right now is like if I take, if I go on a 20 trade win streak, it's like, okay, I'm not going to care if I take a loss, right? If I go on a 40 trade win streak, who cares if we take a bigger loss, right? Because we're just chipping off of it's just chipping out of the profits like that. And then you just keep on going. Then you go on another run. And then you go on a winning streak, 10 trades, take a loss. Go on another winning streak, 15 trades, then you take a loss. Then you go on another winning streak, take 25 trades, then you take a loss. Then another winning streak, 7 trades. Like that's what's going to keep us going with massive momentum. And it's like, yes, the loss would be bigger than we want, but at the end of the day, it's not going to come as frequently. Um, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 5 a.m. the next day for me. No, it's 9 a.m. Eastern. Unless it is 9 p.m. Am I not looking at it right? Wow. Yeah, that's 12 hours from now. I said it right when I read it the first time. I said 9 p.m. out loud, and then I clicked off of it, and I was like, wait, 9 p.m. I meant 9 a.m. because I just figured that U.S. folder news was going to be this morning. So he's not talking for 12 hours. So, but either way, based on the daily candles, I could see price going up or down. We're gonna let it tell us. But yeah, yeah, yeah. That's not. So he's not talking right now. He's not talking right now. Okay. Now we wait. I'm about to go get another coffee though. We're missing Gamer Cat today. Where is Gamer Cat at? Gamer Cat, are you here? Just not talking? Oh, I gotta show you. I gotta try to find it first, but I'm gonna have to show you guys the email. I got an email from E8 like the beginning of this year. It's an old email. I'll have to find it. They said I was one of their top 100 traders in 2024. I think it was because of my metrics though on that one account. I had so if you go on their it's not their site. There was a time where let me try to find it. I was their I was their best trader in the month of December when it came to when it came to what's it called like the metrics. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, they have like a leaderboard. Um oh yeah, so this is like their leaderboard. In December, I had the best win ratio and I was the highest RR trader. So in December like they got 27.28 right now. I think like I had like 90. Like and then I had 100% win rate too for December. So literally I was their best trader in December and I think my metrics were so good for that month and that account that I was actually one of their top 100 in the whole year. They sent me an email about it and they asked me like to make a video. I never did and I'm not going to, but I was like that's kind of cool. But that was cuz we went on a crazy winning streak in December. Um but that's what we need to do again. We need to go on a longer one this time though. I called it out on day one though. We're gonna go on 100, and today's gonna be day seven. So price is just pushing higher. We got some time. I'm gonna go make another coffee really really quick, guys. But I'll keep the phone trading view app open just to kind of keep an eye on price to make sure we don't miss anything. I'll just leave everything up, but I'll be right back, guys. All right. Oh yeah, the payout's gonna be crazy on a 100 trade win streak. It'd be like 70 grand. Okay. All right. This looks like it's gonna be an established high, but we're moving quickly away from it. All right. Playing in between a range now. It looks like we're gonna have to wait a good amount of time before we get into anything. Price needs to develop more. But it's starting to move. And if there's no setup before 10:30, I'm not gonna take a trade. We'll have to see. What percent up are you guys on your accounts right now? I'm up 2.3. Oh, that's what's up. It's a good start. We're up 7.5% on this cash account in 5 trades. That's the thing, 5 trades. Up 7.5%. Positive risk to reward would have had us down 7.5%. Doing the exact opposite. That's the thing too. Let me show you this. This is so. I mean, we just got a small cash account right now. Once we get like a payout, and I was thinking about putting more money in right now, but I was like, let me just practice a little bit more with negative risk to reward for a while and get my like confidence back. But basically, you see how the lot size starts to grow. You just increase it, increase it, increase it. That's the thing that helps about winning all the time is you're compounding. So it's like it starts small. It's like a snowball. It's gonna turn into something massive though. 4K might take a little bit longer to turn into something massive, but if we end up doing some deposits and whatnot over the next few months, it'll go a little bit quicker. Ignore my arm right now. I gotta fix something. There we go. But yeah, guys, imagine we just spent years to to get to the point where we flip the risk reward on its head. Take trades we're in for 5 minutes. Everything changes though. Definitely game changer. It's not, and the thing is too, a lot of people aren't gonna hop on the train until we're pushing a crazy win streak like that. Even Wix, who's on a 115 trade win streak, people are telling him he was out of his mind, that he was gonna lose everything. I was like, dang. After 100 trades, you would think people would kind of just trust the process. So we'll see where we're at in 100 trades from now is what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, that's true. We're coming back in below this range. That range is right there. You guys can see that line on it. It goes on both sides. Yeah, we're pushing right below it right now. So now that we're coming back within the range, we broke one side. If we could get a second break, we can expect a slight impulse below that second break. Slight enough impulse to just get what we need and run. Move that back because that's not quite there yet. This must be a good push right now. Yeah, like 23 pips. Guys, one thing to pay attention to though is like the pressure of the candles. You see these candles are strong and like closing full, and like this is signs of distribution, right? Um, like price definitely was accumulating. Like these candles were weaker, pushing higher. Then they came into like this fair value gap right here, a point of interest, and now price is distributing, right? After it grabbed liquidity. Fair value gaps are liquidity. They're internal liquidity. Um, that's what we're seeing right now, but anything could happen. It could flip on its head. Technically, this is like the second break right here. If you look at past price action, I'm not. So I'm not even considering it, but I'm just pointing it out. That's technically the second break in a row. But based on my data, I'm like only concerned with what's happening in this window of time. I didn't test back further. Could it work? This trade probably would have hit already. What is it? It moved 5.3 pips. I mean, probably not with spread. But that's not what I tested, so that's not what I'm going to trade. But I'm always looking at stuff though to see what's going on. Oh, is it? It's filling a bullish fair value gap on the 1 hour. I mean, it's technically filled a pretty important gap too on the 5 minute here. There's not really any other gaps except way down here that had been untouched, but that's a 5 minute. On the daily too, this is left open right now. So price could flip back inside here. No, I don't. What's that, Josh? Is that someone's channel? Oh, it's a sport. I'm like thinking it's is a trader. No, I haven't played it even. We do pickleball down here. We play pickleball down here in Florida. I was against it for a while, to be honest with you. Is cricket like a racket sport? Is it like tennis and let me look it up. Oh no, it's nothing like tennis. I feel like I've seen this before. I've never played it though or watched it. Definitely not like tennis though, huh? Is it more like baseball? Oh yeah, I saw your comment. Similar to baseball. Yeah, I was looking at pictures. Yeah, it looks similar. Oh, you play pickleball, Josh? Yeah, it's fun. You do nothing but make fun of it until you play it, and then you're like, oh wow, I actually kind of like it. Oh, something's happening. Something. Something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It's that 9 p.m. Trump talk. That 9 p.m. talk that's happening in 11 and a half hours. Whatever it is, it's not doing much. Just kind of kicking back and forth in place. Mm. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So price could flip higher. We just saw orders get, even though price isn't going up right now, we did just see orders come in. We know that someone just put buy orders in. All right, first hour is about done of our trading hours. We got one more hour left. This should be where we get price to finally make its move. We just need it to bottom out and then peak lower, or start breaking higher like this, and then we could take it higher. We'll see. It looks like that's London high. Yeah, London highs. I'll tell you guys what's exactly about to happen. I'm gonna call it right here. Watch this. This is exactly what's about to happen. Price is gonna bottom out right here. This candle's gonna create a low. Watch, I'm calling it out. This candle's gonna create a low. People are gonna be buying. Stops are gonna be placed right here. Stops are gonna be placed right here. Price is gonna collapse below and continue lower. I'm gonna fake out everyone. That's exactly what's gonna happen right here. It's on 60. You guys are funny. I send you boys to the country club. But this is exactly what's about to happen right here. Price is gonna bottom out this candle, and we're gonna play around here maybe for a minute and get buyers in, and then we're gonna keep pushing lower. Yeah, unicorn. For real. The unicorn is it's the, what is it? It's the breaker with a fair value gap, right? Is that what it is? Right? I mean that's what it would be right here, right? Price created a fair value gap on the breaker, and yeah, that's what it is, right? If I remember right, the unicorn's a breaker and a fair value gap on the breaker, right? Yeah. We got a textbook unicorn playbook right here. Which supports the movement even more. On price bottoming out here. We'll see though. ICT is definitely not on Euro US dollar probably. I don't think he trades Forex anymore. Or at least last time I was looking at any of his stuff, he was just trading like futures. Or NQ or whatever. Oh yeah, his concepts work. He I don't know if he's a good trader though himself. Here's the thing. The concepts work, but they work like an indicator. Sometimes. At the right place, at the right time. And it's hard to get the right place and the right time every day because the right place and the right time doesn't come at the same place and at the same time every day. You know what I mean? So like the ICT Silver Bullet, that model is a good model that works, right? But does it necessarily work at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. every day? No. It might be a little bit before, it might be a little bit after, it might not be at all that day. You know what I mean? So it's like The concept works. You can catch winning trades with that model and his other models. It's like, but are you the person who can find the right place and the right time every day? That's difficult. Yeah, and that's the thing. If he can't trade them himself, they don't work well enough. Then you know what I mean. The reason we're doing what we're doing and with the we're trading market structure essentially, right? And the reason it works is because and why it works I think consistently and why every time we switch to something else it stops working is because the markets are going to look different every single day, and if you trade like we're basically trading that red line, that underlying red line. Now that thing looks different every day. Look at it's even perfect right now because it wasn't showing the candles. Um, we'll even do this. So this is like the charts we're trading technically is that red line, right? And so it looks different every single day. And so like if you just look at which way price is collapsing, higher or lower, I think that's why it works. Because we're tracking the candle ranges. But like if we were trying to trade like the ICT concepts, like we're gonna do good half the days and do bad the other half. You know what I mean? Honestly though, if you trade ICT concepts with a negative RR, I think it would even work well. Like probably 90% of the days. But honestly though too, there's some times where like ICT fair value gap right here, it's like okay, now price is supposed to go lower. It's like there might be days too though where you don't get price to push at all and it goes like that. So that negative R might be harder with some things like that. All right, all right, all right. What I say? What I say, guys? Price is bottoming out there. About to get that sell. We'll see. We'll see. Not yet. It's too soon. Too soon to tell. Make sure we're logged in. Yeah, there was for sure. It's happening. It is happening. Sells are good below, back inside of this range. Sells are good back inside of this range. I'm gonna get in a sell if we close below here. I'm gonna get in it. Is playing around this, so I'm gonna. I don't care if I'm 2 seconds late. That candle has to close beyond it. It has to. It has to close. We are not getting in it if it does not close lower. Oh yeah, we're in shorts. We're in shorts. Telegram is live. We are live. Oh gosh. Alright, 5 pips. 20 pips. Okay. Wow, it's running away. Alright, let's see. Alright, where's our trade? Nah, we're good, guys. We're locked in on this one. Alright, 226. Right there. Alright, let's put in our parameters. Delete these. I don't know why that looks so weird. Alright, team, we are locked in. Double break. We'll hit, we'll hit. This will hit. Yeah, this will hit. This will hit for sure. Did we have any pullback yesterday? I don't think we did. Nah, I just kicked straight higher. Yeah, with that unicorn right there, we are definitely hitting. Your long confirmation. Alright, alright. This giving you your long. Nah, we're short. Who's gonna be who's liquidity? Nah, I'm playing. You only trade London? What? Yeah, London broke out higher. We'll see though. Does this uptrend get maintained? If it does, I think we'll break a little bit lower though, right? This would be a better place for price to react off of. This trade's gonna hit though today for sure. You just know sometimes. I'll be honest, I'll tell you the one day I didn't know. If you guys were on stream. Oh yeah, it was this trade. I was not sure this one. I was not sure this trade was gonna hit. This one I had a good feeling about, especially when price pumped up higher like that. Everyone got scared, but I was like, that's a perfect sign for price to collapse. But yeah, this trade I was not convinced we were gonna hit TP on. Oh yeah, that one was big time stressful. But the data showed that 20 pips was the perfect amount of breathing room, and it back test reflected on the live test, I guess. Yeah, Josh, it's hard to trade it. You would think it'd be easier to trade it like that, but it's just hard to trade it like that. Alright, this is where we go straight to TP. Off a candle printing like that. It's a false engulfing. I'll tell you why it's a false engulfing. Look. The previous candle that it supposedly engulfed, it's an inside bar. So worst case scenario, we tap out higher here and then push lower. Grab liquidity at the top here and then push lower. Alright, that's perfect right there. We just leave it like that. That daily candle, it's way too big. Alright. How much margin are we using? We're using about 2,700 of the 4,300. So like 60% of our margin probably. Let me see. Yeah, we're using about 62%. I wish these United States brokers would give you more leverage, you know? You guys would watch me flip a small account into something big quick, but I would probably start out with like a smaller amount. I just don't really know like how like I would try to set up like an account like that, but like with like more leverage, but it's probably a good thing I don't. Because then you got to figure out how you get paid when in the U.S. when you're not even supposed to trade CFDs and stuff like that. So it's like there's no point. Might as well just do a cash account and a prop account. But think about it. This entire time we could have been adding positions. You know what I mean? I'm just playing. We could have been. Like think about those trades right here. Where is it? Right here. Imagine adding like levels every time we like 15 pips deep, just double down. Boom. Same thing here. You know what I mean? It's like taking advantage of it going against us, really. But that's a whole different ball game you're playing when you do stuff like that. It could go really well for a while, and then like the one day you do lose, you lose like 30%, and then it's like, dang. Good morning, my brother. Just in time to watch it go to TP. Just in time. The market's about to go down simply because Trump's talking in 11 hours, and the market's about to anticipate his speech of goodness for the US dollar. So that's why we know we're hitting TP, but full margin. Honestly, yeah. Zoom in because I forget sometimes people are like on their phone. That's where we're at. I was gonna stop touching it now. Now we just wait. 7 trade win streak right here. About to happen. About to tee it up. Right here. If you guys are in here but not on the Telegram, go ahead and join. It's in the video description. I gotta say it here and there. I always forget, but that's where we go live, or where we post that we're live and post the trades and stuff and the breakdowns. So what you guys see here is accumulation, and you see price starting to bottom out, right? Now, if every time we saw this price just reverse, that would be like way too easy to predict the markets. But what it's doing is it's getting orders right here. Stops. Right? Oh, it looks like it's about to turn. Let's all buy and then put our stops right here. And then the market presses lower, and then eventually, probably at some point, it comes and gives everyone their buys, right? Or it never does. Market's number one job, though, is to fake you and trick you out of your money. Number one job. That's what it's designed for. To trick you out of your money. That's what a lot of people are doing right now, Josh. A lot of people are taking buys. Look at the way the candles are printing. Look at the way the candles are printing. I'm not saying the buys aren't going to happen. I'm just saying they're not going to happen yet. This is a sign of accumulation. They're trying to get liquidity here. They are likely doing this for the purpose of going long. But they need as much money as possible before they go long. They probably didn't get... I mean, they probably got some stops off of this right here. But this wasn't even probably a 50% pullback, I don't think. Was it? No, it was. It was. So they got some stops right in here. I don't think they got enough. Plus that failure to go higher, though, it speaks of something, right? Because it did go. It did push a good amount. We'll see. We'll see. This order block will fail, though. It will fail. I don't know if all of these will fail, but this one will fail. It's the first... Okay, so even the price pulled back 50% here. Yeah, that fair value gap was there. Right, this fair value gap is here. But this is the first discounted order block. The first discounted order block's likely going to fail. The second, or even the extreme, I don't know if those will fail. The more obvious it is, though, the more obvious it is, the more likely it is to fail. That's one of the major rules of the game. You keep that in mind. Sometimes that hurts you though, because then sometimes it's like, man, such an obvious setup, I'm not gonna take it when it plays out. But that's one thing you just notice over time. The more obvious the trade is, the more likely it is to not work out. Because the more people that can see it, the more people are gonna get wiped out by trying to take it. That's why support and resistance often doesn't work at all. It's because it's one of the most obvious things to see on the chart. What is that noise? I would even say fair value gaps stopped working as well and as much because of how many people learned about them and how many people started using them. They work enough though to make money, that's for sure. Also respecting 5-minute OBs. We're gonna see, Josh. I'm either gonna be your liquidity or you're gonna be my liquidity. We're gonna find out. Are you in a buy right now? Are you in a buy? Of course I have to be biased because I'm in the sells, but I think I'm gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get the sells over your buys right now. I do. Oh, you're not in the trade? Hey, that's good though. Sometimes my cousin and we're almost always in the opposite direction. So honestly, it's fun sometimes though. Like who's gonna get their trade? I respect it. I respect taking opposite side trades. I think it's something that should happen sometimes. Yeah, the only reason it hit RTP before Josh's is because RTP's 5 pips. Yeah, Josh is going for, or if you said point 0.6, that's 75 pips. It's definitely hitting ours before. But yeah, this is stuff like that so typically like retail would be like, oh man, it's bottoming out here. It's about to reverse. Let me get out of my trade, and then price just dips, and then it goes. This is a good sign right now that this is happening, and I'm not just saying that because I want it to like work out for us. I'm just genuinely saying that when price does something like this where it just bottoms out, it has a good chance of pushing through before going higher. It's right, it's the accumulation phase of the power of 3. Power of 3 works better than anything else in my opinion. Oh, you target 1 to 2? Yeah, the accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, that's a real concept in trading that really does work. It works on any time frame. One thing though, I'll tell you what, guys. You guys trade this if you want. I'm gonna put you guys on game though about something. So every Wednesday, we'll go on Euro US dollar. 90% of the time, we'll go based on the when we're talking daily candles, we'll go based on the previous day candles, Monday and Tuesday. So this is something I just observed. I wasn't taught it. This is Wednesday right here. This is Monday and Tuesday. If you look at how Tuesday interacts with Monday, Wednesday is going to follow suit. So this was Monday, Tuesday closed higher. So price what ended up happening? Price pushed higher. It pushed up 70 pips the next day. Now look at we'll go back. This is Monday. Monday's right here. Tuesday's right here. What happened? Tuesday closed higher than Monday. What happened on Wednesday? Wednesday went up 63 pips. It's like clockwork. I'm gonna try to show you an example too. Look at right here. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. Tuesday closed lower. So what'd Wednesday do? Wednesday dropped over 48 pips. I don't take these necessarily. This one would have been like you would have wanted a reverse price, and you would have, I mean, at most got 34 pips, but that would have been like, okay, where's your stop at and all that. I don't know. That's a swing trade strategy when it comes to the power of three. I was saying that because of the power of three. Monday's accumulation, Tuesday's manipulation, or instead of manipulation, confirmation, and then Wednesday is either a reversal or a continuation. Um, we just hit TP though, guys. But that's I don't trade that, but just because I don't know like where to enter, where to put stop, all that. But I do know that Wednesday follows suit pretty hard on Monday and Tuesday's candles. Where Josh was our liquidity. No, I'm playing, brother. I'm just kidding. Before I say that, you're our liquidity. I saw that one. There's like a Captain America meme or something, and I'll have to find it. I don't usually like. I'm not. I don't have social media really. I have like a Twitter and an Instagram that I don't even. I don't even have the app on my phone anymore. But I'm like never looking at anything except sometimes YouTube Shorts, and I'll delete YouTube because I get stuck on there sometimes. But there's one meme with like Captain America. If you guys have seen it, you definitely know what I'm talking about. But basically, like you're my liquidity or something like, or he's like put your stop loss there so you could be my liquid. I don't know. It's hysterical though. It's hysterical. Have you guys seen it, or am I just like making something up? I'm gonna find it. Oh yeah, this might be it. No, maybe not. I don't know. It's about basically, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to find it. It's pretty funny though. Basically telling the guy he was his liquidity. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Oh no, I haven't read your message yet. I haven't even been on it. Um, is there a way you can write it here, or is it something I should just download the app again for? No, I ghosted myself for a month. I promise you, nothing, nothing's ever personal. I'm just listen. I'll be the first to say it. I'm just a human going through the motions of life. Some days I'm having good days, some days I'm having bad days. By the grace of God, we're gonna get to the end of this life and look back and have more good days than bad days. But yeah, I even like I don't know. I get caught up in like, oh, I want to grow the YouTube and stuff, and it's like, do I really want to? Because like it kind of drains you at the end of the day. Like I would rather like I made a lot of my videos private. I don't know if you guys saw that. I hadn't talked about it on stream, but made like almost all of them private for the sake of just like I need a season of quiet. I need a season of getting my confidence back, getting my clarity back, and just trading. And you know I need to get another payout, and I need to grow this cash account. Um, and try I can't chase two rabbits at once. One of them's gonna get away. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like growing the YouTube channel would simply be because of ego. It wouldn't be because of anything else. Because it's like I'm not trying to sell anyone. Like I absolutely hate that people, you know, don't actually make money trading and then they sell trading. It drives me nuts. Like a lot of these people doing that. So like I wouldn't be doing it for that purpose. It would just be for the ego to, oh, we got a lot of people watching our videos and stuff like. So I was like, okay, I need a season of just quietness. I have been spending more time with God recently, reading the Bible, and it's like he's not as concerned about our future as we are. He's more concerned about our soul. And over again, the Bible says to seek peace, seek peace. And it's like you can have everything you want right now if you have that internal peace, right? And that comes from the presence of God. But um, so I was like, you know what? Let's just get rid of every video except the ones I find most important. And one of them too was one I actually hadn't released. It was private before that I just made public. give up on your trading dreams. I don't know if you guys saw it. I needed to watch it again the other day though. It's super psychological, super spiritual, but it's a super good video. But I shaved off all the videos on my channel except for 3 of them that I thought were most important. One of them's just talking about a devotional I wrote. Um, but I did that because like this next season of life, I'm seeking peace. I say all that because I'm seeking peace. I want to just get on here and just trade with you guys. I don't want to grow anything. I just want to really make some money in the markets and really just have a season of quietness, instead of striving for things that might, bump my ego up. You know what I mean? Because the ego is not really compatible with good trading. No, I know you're joking. We're all having fun, but no, at the end of the day, though, I take responsibility. One thing that I'm not very good about is like considering, you know, like when I'm down and out and I'm going through it in my life, I tend to like forget about other people and that they're going through it too. And I'm like, sometimes I just feel like I'm the only one going through it, and I'll not answer texts, I'll not answer people. Like, so it's not just, it's not even just on trading. Sometimes I just go like that, and that's why it's like, okay, let me just ghost everything else except the live streams, and let me just get on here with like the solid group of people we got, and let's just trade. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people give up. I think a lot of these people on YouTube, they they actually sacrifice their success in trading because they get so caught up in selling it and getting so caught up in growing their channels to the point where now it's like they're growing their channels, but they're not actually trading. You know what I mean? So I think you have to pick. Like, you could have both, right? I think maybe it'll grow on its own through good trading. It was growing a lot in December through that, but you got to kind of pick what you want. And what I want is I would rather make money trading than make money selling it because I know that I know that the upside of trading is much higher. There's people like no names. No one knows about them. They're not on YouTube. They're not on social media that are making $1 million mornings in a 30-minute trade. It's insane. Like, there's like, you get a peek behind the scenes. There's people out there making some serious money trading. So that's the route I'd prefer to go. No, I appreciate the concern. I was concerned about me too. I was concerned about me too. Let's go ahead and close this one out though. We're gonna be back tomorrow. It was a good day. It was a good day. How long did it take for this trade to hit that? It took about 20 minutes. Let's see where we're at on the prop account. We're up 3% now, guys. So we're at 103,000, 7%, and then we're funded again. And then this is our seventh win in a row. We're up a little bit on this cash account. So just to give you guys an update. Oh, nice, nice. Let me read chat again. Even the leaderboard guys, none of the actual trades. Yeah. Oh, yeah. None of them. None of them, Josh. None of them. Up 1.55. That's what's up. I forget what you said. Are you in a 1-step or a 2-step? Because do you need 10%, or are you trying to go through 2 phases? No, you said I remember. You said you're in a 1-step, so you just need 10%. I told you, Josh, we're gonna get our TP hit, and then you're gonna get your buys. 8%, one phase, 8%. Yeah, that change in the state of delivery. What the heck? You got some special parameters I don't know about. I know they got it so you can like work around. I don't know if I can I'm not gonna put their site on the stream, but let me look at it. Oh, what? Less effort, same reward. The profit target. Wow. So you got in on a deal. Does that deal get applied to my account? Definitely doesn't. I definitely have to go for 10%. Well, it's good to know. Wow. Didn't change anything else. Wow. That's interesting. Why in the world would they do that though? Makes no sense for the business model. Um, I'm sure people are getting accounts, so that's great for the traders. Yeah, you got a fantastic deal. Oh, and you got a birthday code. What? Anytime I talk to them, they don't give me any discount or anything. You should, you guys, you guys would laugh at me, but you should see the conversations I have. Because I know, like, if you don't ask, you're not gonna get anything. So sometimes I just be, I'd be asking for a discount code, and they're like, no, like you get 5% off, and I'm like, come on, give me 10%, and they're like, no, only 5. I'm like, okay, well, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. Another 5%. So then they give me 10%, but then sometimes they don't give me anything. But they definitely never gave me a 8% profit target, that's for sure. They definitely never gave me that. Let me see if I'm gonna take a leap of faith and see if they ended up giving it to me on my account right now, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt they changed. Yeah, no, it's still 10%. Dang. Guys, look at that scalping equity curve though. You guys see the difference? This is just trading beforehand when I was kind of like not on track, and then boom, scalping. All these scalps. Crazy equity curve. All right, Josh. Yeah, well, I'm gonna close this out. But if you're not here for it, we'll keep you in our prayers. Love you, brother. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna close it out though. We're done for the day. I'll put let me screenshot it and put it in the Telegram for everyone. TP hit. This is 7 trades in a row, so we just need 93 more. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it for sure. It's gonna take 5 months. It is gonna take 5 months, but we're gonna hit it. All right, we're gonna close it out. Father, in the name of Jesus, we just thank you for everything that you're doing in our lives. I just thank you for drawing me closer to your word recently, and the burden it's lifting off of my life. I pray for anyone going through it right now that ever sees this, that they just know that your word is a place that they can go to hear your voice and to experience your presence. Father, I thank you for my brothers in this stream. I thank you for blessing them. I pray that you just pour your grace and your mercy and your blessing and favor on their lives and on their trading. I pray that you give them strength to have the self-control and discipline that they need in order to trade well. And I just pray, Father, that you get involved in these streams on an increasing basis, and that we decrease daily, and that conversations of you come up more often. And I just pray that you soften people's hearts to receive your word and your presence, whether they hear it here or elsewhere in their lives. Father, we love you. We thank you for Jesus. We thank you for what he did for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, gang. We're going to sign off for the day. I love you guys. And thanks for hanging out with me this morning. We're gonna come back and hang out again tomorrow. See you guys. Amen, amen.